What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Badger Creek Farms. And I know it's been like a million years since I've last uploaded. It's just July. And this first little bit of August has just been pretty darn busy, especially the past month. Last 2 weeks of July are swamped for me. Really busy. But we're back now, and especially when AF2 comes out, there's going to be a whole ton of content. But anyways, we're looking at the American Farming 2 release trailer. This is my first time. The trailer came out earlier. I was working, so obviously I wasn't able to record it, which is fine. I'd rather make money having a job than obviously record videos all day long, which I enjoy doing both. But without further ado, let's look at the American Farming 2 trailer by Squad Built. Make sure my volume's not too loud. In your hands. Maybe that looks good. You'll be haha. That looks cool. Oh, it's gonna start chirping the phone here. Yeah, side by side. Helicopter, okay. Planting, multiplayer. Yep, I already knew about that, but pigs, combine beans looks like corn. New Holland combines. A lot of the equipment looks the same, but you know what? There's still obviously a lot more that they're not gonna reveal. There's that Massey. That's Fent. Nice Landau. Available August 24th. There you go. So that looks cool. Apologize about that. That's not even my phone I'm recording this on. So, but we're gonna restart it again. I'm gonna pause it at a couple spots simply because I wanted to sit and look at stuff. So we're gonna pause it through each scene here. Starting off, we got looks like a CR. It's either a 9.90 or an 8.90. Running some beans. You can see a beautiful farm in the background. Looks like a couple other farms. Maybe looks like a co-op or maybe a town over yonder on the left side or right side of the real life brands there. Graphics and features will change. Also, they're still working on it, so let's keep diving into this. Looks like we have a big hog farm. Hog and grain farm, maybe it's just hogs. Not really a whole bunch to talk about in that scene, but you can see that it is a nice looking farm. Oh, darn it. I was not fast enough. So here we have a Fendt with 2 wagons on the back. Looks like a cut cornfield or beans, maybe. Honestly, it kind of looks more like beans. You can actually see some tire tracks there. Don't know if you can see them, but them look really good. And then you have a cornfield on the other side of the road. Obviously, the Fendt Vario, whatever those are called. It's actually a really good looking tractor. And then you do have a nice farm in the background. Again, nice looking tractor. Looks like we have a T9 on tracks there, kind of going down the road. Going through town there. You better hope the cops aren't sitting at the corner because they'd catch you big time for driving in the middle of the road. But still looks really good. Looks like that past scene looked just like planting. But this scene here, we got a one of those helicopters spraying there, and then some bends, and looks like a nice farm off to the other side. Looks like we got some nice roaming hills. Looks like we got 785 or 715, and an air drill, which is pretty darn cool. Was not expecting to see one of those, but I'm not complaining. Be a good way to knock out a lot of acres. Here we have an OBS with a couple classics ramming through town there. Oh yeah. Cattle farming. There's that OBS again. Man, whoever's driving, they just don't kind of reckless, be honest with you. Flying through town. A couple tractor scenes, helicopter. Now, I seen a post on this. I don't remember who. It might have been. I don't remember who it was. Now, if that is GPS or if that is just something with the helicopters, because I didn't see it in any other scenes, but maybe it's just something to do with just the helicopters. Maybe a little bit better guidance. I don't know. But still really neat there. We'll see what happens. Now here we have, looks like our off-roading bus deal. He's getting some big air. Then, and have fun, looks like there, with a T7 with some really wonky decals. And then, looks like a brown baler. And a lot of people were saying in the comments, not a whole bunch new equipment. You still gotta remember, though, a lot of the equipment, they still kind of want to keep a surprise for when the game comes out, or if there's another trailer. Because I know the first game there was at least 2. We're planting. Looks like same setup that's been in that was in the first game. Looks like we're flying a helicopter. I can see that going really good or really bad, but got a nice town there. Now including, looks like a 715 there. I will say the coloring looks not as shiny. What I have noticed, the equipment doesn't look as shiny, which is nice. Multiplayer. Got the Magnum doing the headlands and he's doing his rows. There's a couple dudes talking. And then looks like we got some BTOs there having a blast. Livestock. Combining some beans. And then harvesting crops, whatnot, hay and tillage. Looks like we got at least 3 dudes. Maybe one's a hired worker, but I'd say that's 3 dudes, judging by the kind of how their rows are kind of messed up a little bit there. Helicopter and 715. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 715. Off-road vehicles, heck yeah, dude. I really like the texture of the corn. It looks nice. Oh yeah. There we go. Looking forward to the game. Don't know who really isn't. I know a lot of people were saying, well, where's John Deere? You know, well, Deere is really picky about their licensing nowadays, unfortunately, so I'm honestly not surprised that obviously John Deere's not going to be in it. Would have been cool, but I don't know. Just Deere is pretty picky nowadays about that, so that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, consider subscribing. Stay tuned for American Farming 2 content on the channel. Got some really neat ideas that we can do. So, but I appreciate you watching. Have a great day. And this is Badger Creek Farms out.